Is it okay? I want to start with Alexis, because my understanding is that you have been bullied before.
Yes.
And people need to, you're so cool and amazing, and people need to understand. Can you tell us what happened?
Well, people would just mostly call me names. They would like to I was the #1 target. They will pick on me. They would say, oh, you're ugly, you're fat, you, just different things. And then one time this girl said, she called me the N-word.
Wow. And how old were you, and how old was the person bullying you?
I believe the person was 12 and I was 11. She was in my class and she just said it because of my race. My mom's Mexican and my dad's African American. So she just said that because she thought I was just full African American.
How long did it go on?
For a while, but she just spoke Spanish, so I couldn't really do anything about it. So I left it alone.
Well, how did it make you feel?
It made me feel terrible because I'm not just that raised, I'm raised with Mexican too.
Were there people who saw what was going on?
Well, she didn't say it directly at me. She told my friends and they kept it away from me for a while until finally I found out.
How did you deal with it? What did you do to fight it, or did you even fight back?
Well, I told her, can you please not call me that anymore, because I'm not full African American. I'm also Mexican, and it was kind of hard to deal with, but I left it alone.
I want to ask Mariel, what do you think kids need to do? It's such a personal situation, and that's so young to deal with a situation like that.
In that type of situation, I think you did the right thing by asking her to stop. It sounds like there was really a language barrier there, which made it difficult for you to have a conversation with her. But really the best thing for kids and teenagers to do is to use assertive communication, to say no, to ask the person to stop, and then to not continue to engage. So to not fight, to not name call in response, but to remove themselves from the situation and then seek out support from a teacher or somebody else at the school or from a parent.
Evelyn, how about you? What's been your experience with bullying?
Well, when I was in elementary, I would get bullied because I couldn't speak Spanish good. So they'd make fun of me because I couldn't pronounce words, and then sometimes because of what I would wear and like my looks.
How badly did that affect you in terms of just every day having to go to school and trying to not think about it?
Well, they did it like every time we were at recess. So I tried hard not to think about it and just move on with the people that really care about me. Yeah.
And how do you think she did?
I think she did really well. I think recess and also lunchtime tend to be the most vulnerable times for kids and teens.
But it sounds like the advice is nip it in the bud, address it immediately, person to person.
Yes, address it immediately, person to person, without escalating the situation. A lot of times teens will or children will kind of pull back and be submissive, or they'll become overly aggressive because they feel scared. So to just be assertive, set a boundary, and then remove themselves from the situation and get assistance from somebody else at the school or from a parent.
So right away, go to an adult? How valuable and important are the bystanders? Because you often hear the bullied child and the bullier, they are really in the minority, because most kids aren't engaging in bullying, but there are a lot of kids who are seeing it happen.
Sure.
What role do they play, and what do they need to do?
I think the most important thing bystanders can do is go get help, especially when the bullying is happening at school. So to go get a teacher or an administrator. Oftentimes it's more appropriate for an adult to step in and handle the situation. Certainly it's okay for children and teens to be assertive, but oftentimes really adult supervision is needed to adequately handle the issue.